So anyway, I don't know. I was making a video about talking about um, some of the stuff I was taking, like some of the supplements, you know, because I'm thinking about becoming an amateur bodybuilder. I wanted to do it when I was young, but I smoked, and I think it distracted me too much. Cigarettes, and thank God he's gonna quit. If you smoke, you don't think you can quit. Slap yourself in the face and just throw the cigarettes away. I'm serious. It's not that hard. Just stop doing it. It's easy as that. I've had the same thing with drinking, with smoking. It's just stop it. It's not really all that hard. You think it is. It's more yourself you're fighting than the cigarettes or the drink, or anything. You're not fighting the substance. You're fighting yourself. Once you realize that, you're all right. The yeah, so anyway, all this nonsense. Like, if you watch all these videos on YouTube about, like, everybody saying, "No, this is the answer for that." No, I mean, there's a lot of good information out there. But when it comes to, like, the exercising and stuff, I mean, I've been exercising since I was like 15 years old. You know, I started doing push-ups when I was 14, 15 years old because I was a big kid, but I was weak. I started getting weak because I didn't exercise a lot. I didn't like move around a lot as a teenager, and I got weak. And when some 120-pound kid like threw me around when I was like twice his weight, I was like, wow, something's wrong. So yeah, that's why I started doing push-ups. And ever since then, I've never been weak because I always exercised, even if I just did push-ups. You know, and that's the whole point. Is it like it really doesn't matter how you do exercise that much. Like even with the weight training, as long as you do it, you can do low reps with high weight. You can do high reps with moderate weight. I wouldn't say lightweight. You could do lightweight, but you're probably going to limit yourself on the strength. But like moderate weight, because I do both. I do lightweight. I do lightweight with high reps. I do moderate weight with high reps, and I do heavyweight with low reps. Sometimes with higher reps. You know, and it all works because it's better to do all of it than just to do one specific way because it makes it does kind of confuse your body, and that's what you want. Confuses your muscles, nervous system, to grow. But I'm not an expert, but I'm just saying, from my experience, experiences, and I can be an expert. And I'm not a sports scientist, but I have been exercising since I was 15, and I started weight training when I was 17. You know, and it was funny too. Is back then, like that everybody who everybody weight trained like in the 80s, like who wasn't like in a gym like bodybuilding or powerlifting for like real, but just doing it to like you get bar for strong. All they did was bicep curls. You might my stepfather in the 70s. That's what he was doing was bicep curls. Yeah. My father used to do calisthenics and shit. Just like I don't know, it's in 1950s or something. Yeah, he was doing these crazy calisthenics like this, like while he's yodeling and shit. Crazy. But yeah, it doesn't matter. Like you said, the guy, the pioneer, who's got like a gazillion followers, was talking about it. Say where he's doing, he's doing this with kettlebell, right? Where he's going, he moved that in. He's doing it like this, up, like that. And he's saying, oh, it's better if you do high reps. That's my point. Is it like, with a heavy weight, you don't want to just do low reps, for strength. Because, people will say, oh, well, that's the best way to get strong. That's true, but it's going to limit your endurance. Another thing I did when I was young was, I moved a lot of things. I wanted to make extra money. I sold antiques, and then when I made extra money, I used to move furniture, set up offices, things like that. So I was moving stuff on trucks. I moved appliances. My brother-in-law moved appliances. Other things like that. Heavy things, up and down stairs. That will make you jacked. Okay? And it's like, just, and that's high repetition, high weight, you know. Franco Colombo, one of the most jacked, strongest bodybuilders who ever lived. You know, same thing. He did a lot of high repetition, high weight. So like the idea, like the low rep is just nonsense. And then they want to, break it down to science and say, well, no, which it's like they just want to sell you some supplements so they can make $1 million. It's all a big scam, All these guys, every one of them. It's like that Mike Israetel. I was watching that Mike Israetel for like before he became like big and famous. I was watching, and he's kind of amusing, but it's like, although I don't know, after a while, his sense of humor becomes a little disturbing, yeah, um, and a bit suspect, and maybe he's trying to be funny, but it's kind of like it wears on you. Um, but you realize the guy's just trying to sell you shit so he can make money. He's just selling himself like anybody else. And it's like, but they don't, what I'm saying is that he's repackaging things. And that would be fine, like you're trying to sell something. But the thing is, he's a hostile cocksucker. He's so hostile to everybody else. And it's like, they're doing the same thing you're doing. So shut the fuck up, dude. It's like, it's like, he wants to pick on this guy and pick on that guy and say, oh, they're not doing right. But it's like, dude, you're a psycho. You're a total psycho. That's why I was like, no, I'm done with the psycho. This guy's insane. It's like, I don't watch videos of insane people. Yeah. And I spent enough time with crazy people. Well, there's nobody out there today, I guess. I guess not. Probably better off doing during the week, I guess. Yeah, there's nobody to set logged on. I've ever been yakking for 10 minutes. So, dead. So forget it. I'm done.